All right, counter punch boxing. What is it today? Saturday? Yeah, look, I told you guys there was an interview, an article, whatever. I think it was actually originally an interview that Paulie malignaggi gave, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I typically don't read crap off the internet, but I wanted to share it. Also, this will probably be the last, Triple G Canelo video I'm going to make in a while. We're going to a lot of great fights. We had Anthony Joshua Povetkin tonight. The whole Pacquiao Mayweather thing, Lomachenko coming back. I mean, we got a lot of good fights. So I'm going to stray away for a while. I'm going to just leave it at this tonight. Oh, one more thing. How could I forget? I'm creating a new channel, okay, a new channel on YouTube. Now, I'm doing it because it's kind of a journey. It's something I want to learn about, so it's kind of a learn on the job kind of thing, but it's going to be called Counter Punch UFC. That's right, UFC, MMA. I'm a casual fan. I'm a closet fan. Okay, I've always been a fan, and I listen to these other channels out there, UFC channels, and they kind of suck. So I'm like, man, I could probably do a better job than they can. But anyway, yeah, it'll be called Counter Punch, just like Counter Punch boxing, but Counter Punch UFC. So I'm excited about it. I'll probably put a video out tonight, covering. Yeah, it'll be a surprise. But anyway, okay, let's get down to it. Paulie malignaggi, like I said, spitting wisdom here. He says, I think Canelo did better in this fight than he did in the first time around. Okay? I think anybody with a reasonable brain would not be able to give Canelo more than 6 rounds. Okay? The first time around, if you gave Golovkin a draw, which they did, you robbed him. This time around, if you gave Golovkin a draw, it would have been a fair decision. Okay, I don't think Canelo won 8 rounds to win the fight. You have to win 7 rounds to win a fight. You can't find me a case of Canelo winning 7 rounds to win the fight. Okay, once again, I felt they robbed Gennady Golovkin. And it's hard. I've gone back and I cannot find 7 rounds and I was going to do like a round by round breakdown or whatever. Look guys, the video might be kind of long tonight, but it is what it is. But I couldn't do it. I went back and watched it. A friend of mine came over, we sat down and we turned the commentating off. And oh my God, you turn off those little like squawking, like quack heads, whatever the hell, fucking HBO talking heads. You got Max Kellerman, Jim Lampley, Roy Jones. I mean, sadly, Roy Jones, one of my all-time favorites. I mean, what a sad thing to see and hear, the way he talks. But anyway, you turn them off, right, the talking heads, and it's like a completely different fight. It really is. I mean, it's just like this manipulation, but anyway, so just try it. I did that, and honestly, I gave Golovkin 8 rounds, but whatever. You score it the way you want to score. But back to Paulie, okay? He said, here's the problem for somebody scoring it for Canelo. Now, by the way, let's get a little footage of Canelo. You guys got to check this out here. Here we go. We'll leave it at that, okay? He says, here's the problem for somebody scoring it for Canelo. You're looking for any kind of explosion, okay, right there. Pow, 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 them quick little punches. Yeah, they really impress the judges, right? Any kind of explosion is what he says for Canelo. If it's in the last 20 seconds, you're automatically giving him the round. That's how these people are judging their fights. And that's how the boxing judges are judging where money fighters are involved. Okay, they watch the fight looking for a reason. Man, they watch the fight looking for a reason to give it to the money fighter, to give them that round, and then they give them the round. Okay, that's why these judges are animals. You're dealing with complete animals here. Okay, and by the way, look at this. Let me just show you like a little side-by-side comparison. Okay, you look at this speed right here, right? That speed you just saw. Okay, and look at this. Where did that speed come from? I mean, this is an older training video. I believe it was in the original fight going into the original Golovkin. Look, just slow, just like a heavyweight almost, just very heavy. What happened? Like how did he go from that slow heavyweight fighter, to this crap right here? Or wait, where is it? This, like how did that happen? I don't know. You tell me. Okay, now I'm going to go on. Okay, he also went on to say, just because Canelo has moments in the round doesn't mean you can give him the round, especially when he lost the rest of the round. If I give Canelo the last round, I give him a draw. If I give Golovkin the last round, I have it 7-5 for Golovkin. If you're using the same judging criteria for every round, you will not find 7 rounds to give Canelo. Okay, now I repeat. And I said it in my other video. If you use the same criteria, which is the traditional criteria for each and every round, you cannot give it to Canelo. You have to literally make categories up, okay? Like, the power puncher isn't knocking him out. Okay, the power puncher is working behind a jab. Okay, round to Canelo. I mean, they literally made things up for Canelo. They don't use the same criteria. Okay. And he goes on to say, here, let me keep going here. Okay, Golovkin, now pay attention here. I really like the comment here. Golovkin throws power punches effortlessly, okay, effortlessly. Now let's look at it. Let me get on to Golovkin here real quick. And he does. I mean, the way he throws his power punches, it's effortlessly. And, you can see it I'm going back to like 2012 even, okay? So when he's effortlessly throwing his shots, they don't look as big as when guys go down, okay? But they're still big shots. You've seen those shots where, Golovkin will barely tap someone and they go down. I mean, look at the Rubio fight. You're like, damn, like it looked like he barely hit him, and this dude is like literally, legitimately out on the canvas, okay? And that's what he's referring to. But he says, but they're still big shots. Gennady Golovkin should be getting credit for them. Canelo, on the other hand, throws wider shots, and they're more explosive, okay? He actually looks like he's trying to throw harder. Golovkin's power is so natural that it looks effortless, okay? He says, it's hard, but there's dynamite in there. We've seen all kinds of guys get knocked out by effortless punches by Golovkin. So with Golovkin's style and his arsenal, he throws punches effortlessly. Just because a guy isn't going down, you don't rate them. You don't rate them less than the punches Canelo is throwing, because Canelo looks like he's throwing to throw hard punches. Okay, there's still good shots from both guys, and Golovkin is still landing more of them. So what he's talking about, they're scoring the fight on what they think they should be seeing, not what they are actually seeing. Okay? Repeat. They're scoring the fight on what they think they should be seeing and not what they're actually watching. They're watching a punch land, but wait a minute. That was kind of a slow pow. Yeah, it landed, but Canelo doesn't look hurt. It's like that. And he's not getting credit. Now, on the other hand, Canelo is getting credit for each and everything he does. Okay, that's the point that's being made here. Okay, and like I said, that's why I want to share this with you guys, because it's just dead on, just dead on accurate knowledge, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I mean, he is just on point here. Okay, and he says there's the problem with the judges being influenced by them, because you're going to choose who you're going to be influenced by. Okay. Again, and it's true. Maybe, storytelling and influential punching is like a new category. If you're looking for a reason to give somebody a round, you're going to find it, right? It's like in life. If you're looking for a problem, you're going to find it. You can apply that way of thinking anywhere. If you're a judge and you're truly looking for a reason to give someone a round, you're going to find it. Okay, there's 3 minutes in a round. You'll find a reason to give him a round. Okay, they went, hang on, he goes, they went into every round looking for a reason to give Canelo the round. And 2 of them found a reason to give Canelo 7 rounds. Okay, I'm talking about 2 of the judges found, 7 reasons, 7 rounds to give to Canelo. And it's true. And I went back and I kind of watched the fight with that way of thinking. And if I would just adjust my way of thinking, I could give Canelo the round. It was crazy. Like, I tricked my own brain, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I'm not going to give Golovkin, any points for that jab and that hook. But Canelo, he's looking flashy. He's hitting the gloves, hitting the belt. I'm giving him credit for all that. So when you change your criteria and you change the way you score a fight, you'll find that you can pretty much give it to whoever you want to give it to. That's what I found. Okay. Now, he talks about clenbuterol. Clenbuterol is a drug that you usually mix with other drugs, and it is, okay? There may have been other drugs that he was using that he didn't get caught for, like a masking agent. Okay, the months that he was banned for aren't typically enough to clear you or clear out of your system. He says, yeah, you'll test negative, but you're still getting benefits from them. Okay, now that's very important. You hear what he said? Yeah, you'll test negative, but you're still getting the benefits from them. Okay, I mean, look, people, these are words of wisdom here. All right. Um, and I try, I've even made videos about PEDs trying to explain to you guys just because you test negative doesn't mean that you still can't be benefiting from a PED, right? I mean, it's just crazy how people can't wrap their head around that. But yeah, and he goes on to say, in the time he took to fight Golovkin, he was probably still benefiting from the drugs that he took just months ago, okay? He's still going to get benefits from those drugs. We don't know for a fact, but clenbuterol is a drug that you typically mix with other drugs. Usually when somebody is cheating, they're cheating usually when you get caught with a banned substance. You don't halfway use the banned substance. You use the banned substance all the way, okay, long term, right? My battery's dying, people here, sorry. People aren't going to forget all about this. He just goes on to, to talk about that. And I wanted to kind of throw that in there. I do. I just wanted to kind of throw the whole clenbuterol thing in there. And then he goes on to talk about a possible trilogy. Now, you guys remember whenever I interviewed Oscar De La Hoya in Houston, the first question I asked him was about a trilogy. And he told me, he's like, yes. I mean, he looked like dead in my eye. He said, yes, I like it was already planned as a done deal. Yeah, we're going to get a trilogy. So I think we're going to see it. Now, I can't make up my mind where to go here with Golovkin. Should he retire? Should he go after another belt? Maybe Billy Joe Saunders. Maybe the IBF is kind of up for grabs. I mean, maybe something like that. He could, and then possibly become a mandatory for Canelo, where Canelo will be forced to fight Gennady Golovkin, right? I mean, something like that. Because, I mean, who else is out? Charlo. I don't know. I don't see Golovkin fighting Charlo right now. I think his next fight would probably be maybe a Billy Joe Saunders, is what I'm kind of thinking, and David Lemieux, he's talking about now he wants Canelo. And I'm really, that's a good fight right there. That's a damn good fight right there. I would love to see Lemieux Canelo. I mean, that's kind of a dream matchup for me. I don't know why. I just want to see it. Because I think, look, here's the thing. I think they waited Gennady Golovkin out. They let him get a little old, okay? They let him get a little bit older. So I would like to see a true middleweight, a good middleweight in their prime, okay? In their prime against Canelo. Not a Mosley, right? Not a Angulo, not a Miguel Cotto. All great fighters, especially Cotto, one of my favorites, Puerto Rican fighters, or just in general. Cotto, but I want to see Canelo, prime with a prime fighter. That's it. Not a mandatory. Not either. And I'll give you. Okay, here's my top 2 or 3: Lemieux, Charlo, Billy Joe Saunders. Right there. Any of the 3: Lemieux, Charlo, Billy Joe Saunders. Right? And a lot of people are talking about, Spike O'Sullivan, whatever. That dude got sparked in round 1 by David Lemieux. So, but look, I'll probably leave it at that. And like I said, check out the channel, Counterpunch UFC. It's just something I'm doing for fun. It's not going to be like a real serious thing or whatever. But, if you guys can, go over there and check it out, I would appreciate it. So, anyway, guys, leave your comment below. What do you think about that knowledge there coming from Paulie Malignaggi? Talking about the criteria, talking about, you can believe, your brain will believe what you want it to believe, and these fanatical Canelo fans, like I've never seen anything like it since Flomos or the Packtards or whatever, like just fanatical. Some guy told me, or I actually had a picture of it. He was saying that Canelo, he says Canelo murks, I think he used the word, or starches or something like that, Roy Jones Jr. in his prime, or some shit like that. Or Canelo KOs Roy Jones Jr. in his prime. I mean, look, I nearly fell out my damn chair. I said, okay, look, it's got to stop. That was, you know what? Look, that was my moment where I'm like, this shit's got to stop. It's got to stop. Now, come on now, Canelo fans. Canelo Alvarez beats Roy Jones Jr. in his prime.